Okay, it's showing that we're live. Let me just do an audio test. Make sure my all right, and it's going through, so that's good. It's what time is it? It's 7:30 in the morning on April 4th. Let me just pop out the chat here. So it's pretty early. I'm not too sure why I'm up this early. I need to pause the stream. There we go. Get some coffee into me. I'm just gonna go over some comments in the YouTube videos and kind of explain. I'm having a bunch of people ask, especially about the Xbox port forwarding stuff. That's one of the bigger questions I get all the time. Besides that, I just released a where is it? The Grandstream video. For this Grandstream access point. It's actually pretty decent. I don't mind it. I don't know if they actually have a dashboard where if you had a router and a switch, like it's built in kind of like the how the Unifi is. I've only actually had one device on here. Oh wait, maybe I've had two. Okay, I've had, actually, yeah, I did. I had my computer and I had my iPhone. I'm not too sure if my iPhone's still connected to it or not. Let's take a look. No, it's not. But the so I'm connected to another Unifi access point. It's a UAP, which is like a very old. It won't even do 100 megabits per second. It goes to about 40 and then it drops off from there. Just gonna do a quick speed test. Yeah, so this Grandstream I'm getting about 200 megabits per second. You have a lot of them. Yeah, so I used to, this was a few years ago that I actually got into configuring the VoIP phone systems. I forget what they call them, the UCM. Actually, let me look them up. Amazon.ca. I might get back into it. I don't personally deploy phone systems. I would get a contractor to do it. My uncle actually runs the same type business. And he has a guy who actually does his Grandstream phone systems. But I wouldn't mind it for the channel getting into them. Like the prices of the Grandstream systems have gone up like a lot over the last couple of years. UCM62 are good products, yeah. What was that? 6204. Okay, so the 6204 is now $505. So this is the one I had, and I think I still have it in my closet back there. But I bricked it. I could not get it working. I don't know if I did a firmware update, what I did on it. But it used to be like $150. This is Canadian dollars. And now it's $365. But when you're talking about an IP phone system, like for $365, that's pretty cheap. And I know these are actually really reliable phone systems as well. But they have a ton of products. Let me just take a look. Grandstream router. Whoops. Spelled that wrong. Not that it matters. Grandstream Enterprise Multi-WAN Gigabit Router. That would be interesting to do a video on. The thing is, like, a lot of people are well, I've done a ton of Unifi videos. And that's where, like, when I release a Unifi video, I get more views on that than anything. Not that... it's not really all about the views. It's about actually making content and doing stuff I like. And the Grandstream stuff seems like it would be worth it. It seems like I did a Grandstream training a couple years ago for their phone system, and it seems like their interfaces are way different now. Like, I don't know what this means, though. I'm assuming that I need to download new firmware for this. Upgrade. So I'm going to have to go to their... I wish they had a way where you could just upgrade it automatically, but either way, it can't be too hard going to their website, downloading some firmware. Oops, don't need that up. Okay, so let me go through some of these questions. I have Unifi products. There's a lot of people who actually do, well, actually, I know I watch like guys like Crosstalk Solutions, Tom Lawrence. One guy who does a lot of Grandstream stuff is Willie Howe. He's great. Unfortunately, his channel got demonetized because he was talking about Pi-hole and that I actually have a Pi-hole video, but mine was just for doing DNS. That's it. Let's see. See, some of these comments don't actually show up in my comment section, which is kind of strange. Whoops. Yeah, so I did this. This is an Xbox. Oh, it's an Xbox Speed video. Okay. So this person asked, Mac Telecom Networks, I have a network adapter box I bought for $70, pretty much plug in one port of the router. Okay, so he has a Wi-Fi extender pretty much. The reason you're getting terrible speed is because these products aren't really that good. I have a few of them. I've deployed them when I'm doing like NVR systems. If we cannot get a cable there, it's not physically possible, I'll use a Wi-Fi extender, and then it works for that, for remote viewing. But if you're trying to play Xbox, it's definitely not going to work. Add site. Yeah. I mean, I don't even use the Pi-hole anymore. I don't even know where my Raspberry Pi went. It's somewhere, because I try to do a bunch of different projects on it, and I only bought one Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to have to, I should buy a second one. What else is there? Let's go back to the Creator Studio. I hate the new YouTube layout. Okay, let's just view all the questions. None are held for review and spam. That's good. See, I get oh, what is this? Okay, so this is the new Xbox video I did. Tons of people ask about it. UPnP not successful. I don't turn on UPnP, but if it's unsuccessful, you're going to turn it on, and you have to unplug your Xbox and plug it back in, or you need to reboot your router. You could disable DMZ. I don't know. You don't need DMZ turned on. I'm still actually using my USG for my main router right now. I just like how it integrates with, let's see, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. I just like how it integrates with your Unifi controller. And I also have the, what do I have? What the heck? Oh, the netgate SG1100 for the pfsense. Yeah, like it's lower technical, and I get it. So with the Xbox video stuff, that's why, so I don't know if I still have the diagram. Do I have it? Okay. So with this double NAT thing, a lot of people have something like that. Oopsie. Oh yeah, you could see that. My head's not too far in the way. Some people have this situation, right? So it's double NAT, their ISP router's right there, and then they have another router in front. So you're going to have double NAT. It's going to NAT out twice before it reaches the internet. And a lot of people wouldn't know how to actually put this one into bridge mode and then do all the configuration. Obviously on Unifi, it's really easy, because all you have to do is set the static IP. And once you set that static IP, it pretty much takes your whatever network, your LAN network, and then it will NAT that out. If you're using a, I don't even know, like a Cisco router that is only accessible via command line, then you're going to have to actually do all the NATing, the DHCP scopes, and all that. So a lot of people don't get that. And sometimes it just, like, port forwarding for the Xbox to get open NAT just doesn't work. Your ISP sometimes block. It depends on your ISP. They could block the ports. One not yet. I'm doing a word to put 2 USGs into bridge mode. Whoops, that's the wrong site. So you're like doing a, where's my paint gone? Whoops, that's my snipping tool. So you would be doing like, is this in your home network? So these are 2 USGs, and then you would have like your ISP right there, and they'd be all linked together, and then a switch. Because all you really have to do is, I don't know if I could show this. You know what, I don't I'm gonna just pull it off to the side. I don't know if I could show it or if it's gonna show my WAN IP. Yeah, it shows my WAN IP. Let's just see. I think you just need to create... Yeah, that's all you need to do. You just got to create a new WAN network and then do static IP or the PPOE, whatever. You know what? I actually have a second ISP in this house. I should connect it to my WAN too and then test the WAN failover. Let's leave. I haven't actually tried this. So right here you can see I have one crappy AP. I have about, how much do I have of these? I have about 20 of these access points that I'll never use. Oh, you need subtitles. Oh, I don't even know how to turn subtitles on. Unless YouTube does it automatically. I'm not too sure. I could show how to set up some static IPs. I think I actually have a video on how to do bridging. Let me take a look. Video manager. I don't know if I did it specifically for Unifi though. I think I did. Probably did it for the Xbox. No, I did right here. SFP GP. Let me just see what that is. I know what SFP is, but I don't know what the other part is. There's that video. I don't know if you've watched it, and I don't know if it's gonna help either way. It may or may not. So you have the USG Pro. Let's see how much those are now. So I just have the normal USG. Still 417 bucks. Unifi Dream Machine. I wouldn't mind getting the Dream Machine Pro. Damn, you can't even find them. Let's look on the Unifi website. Would it be under Unifi? Okay, so direct instead of ISP router. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, that I haven't actually done it like that, but it shouldn't be that difficult either. It should be fairly straightforward because unless your ISP is giving you the only reason you want to put it in bridge mode is if you have a static IP from your ISP. If you're getting a DHCP from them, it wouldn't matter anyway. Okay. Where would the Dream Machine be under? I guess I could search it. Unifi Dream Machine Pro. I think they're probably all going to be sold out. Wow, that's not... Okay, so this is US dollars. Yeah, and they're sold out. Crap. Pro exit with no NAT. Yeah, that's true. So they'll have redundant power supplies. I've watched a few of the reviews from like Crosstalk and Lawrence Systems. So they'll have the two redundant power supplies. I think this power supply... Oh, yeah, you can see that. Can I zoom in? This power supply right here, I think that's something that's in their actual beta right now. I'm not sure you could get that off the market. But it looks alright. It does suck that these aren't actual PoE ports. I don't know why. I guess to keep the cost low, they didn't put that in there. And then another thing people are complaining about is where it can't have two hard drives, so you could set in like a RAID 1 configuration for the camera systems. Yeah, I've seen some. I have the what's it called, the early access. I'm part of the early access, so I've seen it too, but I can't really Well, I guess they don't like people showing that type stuff. But it's a really cool design. What else do they have coming out? There was the Unifi power plug. I think this is still sold out as well. So I have one client whose internet drops all the time. Oh my god, it's available. Let me just see. Let me see. I don't know how much this is going to actually be in Canadian dollars. Okay, so let's do a conversion. US to Canadian. $19. Oh, that's not bad. It's going to be like $30 plus shipping. So my one client, their ISP constantly drops. And it's not a power issue. It's nothing like that. It may be a line issue to the street. But really all he does, he'll unplug his router and then plug it back in. But what this would do, if it notices no internet, it would just actually disconnect and reboot it for himself. So this, actually, let's go to my Instagram. I'll show you guys what this client wanted, which is not standard and you shouldn't do that. But let's see, where the heck is it? Okay. So this is the client, one of the clients that I did a while ago. So this is their LAN room. In their LAN room, they have like, well, stuff that you shouldn't have. They have a big, it's a pretty much a maintenance room, and for a cleaner. So they have a thing of water, and exactly what All Green Light said. Why is the rack above the ceiling tile? For the first thing, they weren't going to have ceiling tile in there. It was just going to be open. So we put it near the top of the actual ceiling. And then they decided to add ceiling tile in after. What was it? Where was I going with that? So, okay. So for the power plug, every time he needs to unplug his ISP the router, which is this white thing right here, he has to actually open the ceiling tile and unplug it. I've talked about dropping this cabinet and putting it below here, but they don't even want to see it, which is a bit of a shock to me, which kind of sucks, but... Whoops. Also, I have this still. Where is that? I don't know if anybody's looking for one, but it's a CloudKey Gen 1. I tried to do a giveaway for it before, and not a lot of people responded, so I didn't end up actually doing it. I don't need it. I have the Gen 2. Okay, where the heck am I going? See what other comments. So this guy, Five Eyes, I think he was talking about, what was it? Okay, so he has this Lorex system, which I have right here, actually. Oh, let's see. Let's disable the cables. Okay. So this is a Lorex 8-port NVR system. You can buy them at Costco. They're actually pretty good. It's a 4K system, but whoever he bought it from, I guess Lorex, said he didn't need a monitor with it. I mean, which is true. I don't really use monitors with them either. But to do your first basic initial setup, you should connect it to a monitor, a TV screen, or something to actually do your setup. But he's trying to connect to the Lorex Cloud app, which all you have to do to connect to remotely to these, there's a QR code right there, and you just scan it. I've never actually used the Lorex Cloud, so I told him to try to use this, what do I use? Lorex Home app, and it should work fine. But I still don't know how he's going to configure his cameras. I'm not too sure how he's going to do that. Alright, let's go to the next one. Can you do it through your phone? Okay, so this guy, he's asking if you could do port forwarding through your phone. You could do port forwarding through anything as long as you could actually get to your gateway. Just one sec, sorry, gotta check my phone. If you could get to your gateway, you just need to open up a Chrome or Safari, whatever you use on your phone. Go to your router, and then you could do port forwarding. Magic M asks, out of curiosity, are you able to do a DIY wiring to the hard drive? So the original one is still in the box, and the second one would be out of the box and drill a hole. So he was talking about actually this Lorex what is it? Yeah, Lorex NVR. They only have one hard drive in it. The hard drive's not bad, but there's no, having two hard drives for a RAID configuration would be great. I don't even think they have that available in the software. Plus, they only have one slot where you could put a hard drive in. Whoops. Let's see what else. Okay, CRC error 79. We already went through this yesterday. Handy little thing, the Pi. Most of the questions are about Xbox, which I did my first video a long time ago. What's your... Toolless Keystones? Okay, hold on a sec. You're talking about like Cat 5e or Cat 6? Cat 6 toolless. Oops. I don't like them. I wouldn't use them, but that's my opinion. If you're using them for home or something, I don't know. I would never... Okay, so these aren't toolless. These are 110 punch downs. Let's see. Where the heck are the toolless? Actually, I know where I could find them. Relco safe cam. I know people who use them. It's very easy to do. Anybody could do it, but anybody could do the 110 punch downs as well. Patch panels, jacks, Keystone Jacks. Okay, so you're talking kind of like this type Keystone. Those are 110. Hold on a sec. Like these type of toolless Keystones. So when I first started in data communications, I used the company I worked with, they actually used these before. The problem with using these, you need to actually have the copper hanging out a bit, which you shouldn't, right? You need to make sure that I don't know if I have Cat 5 here. You need to make sure that your pins are as close as possible to avoid crosstalk. If you're doing it for like a home project, I mean, sure, because the price isn't actually that bad. I think you can get these for like $1. But really, to do these like 110 punch tool or punch down is super easy. And if you go on Amazon, like 110 punch tool. So these 110 punch tools are like $16, right? Or this one sucks. I've had this one before. Don't get that. It will eventually, like, the spring in it's terrible, but these ones, I think I have one of these ones right now, and it works fine. And does this come with an extra blade? That might come with an extra blade. I mean, the only difference between, well, if you slip, you're probably hitting your finger with that, and you're going to cut your finger. Which happens if you're doing a lot of punch downs, like, it's just gonna happen if you've been in datacom for a while. This is really handy too. I have this easy crimper. When I bought it, it was like $180. But yeah, like right here, this toolkit, that for a beginner kit, that's perfect. Obviously, you're not getting top of the line. You're not getting certified testers, but like right here, you have what's this? A wire map. You have some RJ45 ends. Oh wait, I'm kind of blocking it. You have a RJ6 and 56, whatever you call that. And then you have a crimper. You have two crimpers. You have a few tools. For $35, you can't really go wrong. I mean, if you're maybe if you're new to installing, but it all depends on what you're trying to do. Cat 6 I wouldn't do on these. I'd do Cat 5 maybe. And then if you go to, I wonder if they have it in Cat 6a. No, they don't. In Cat 6a, you're looking at a lot more money, and you want to have that throughput, right? You want to have a good connection to get actual throughput for it. Okay. So another thing about the port forwarding. So the port forwarding for Xbox, it's all going to depend on your router, your ISP. That's pretty much it. You're just, yeah, keep your tools. Yeah, I wouldn't switch to it. I mean, if you want to try it out, you know, it doesn't hurt to try, and then you could do some speed tests if you want. I don't think you'll see much of a difference. Where you would see a difference is if you had one of these. Amazon. Cat 6 certified tester. Tester Fluke. If you were like really big into Datacom, this is where you would well, not these ones. You could use something like this, but that's actually one of the cheaper ones at $1,800. That's where you would see the RX and the TX loss, which is good to have if you certify jobs. I actually rent the certifiers if I have to do it. Fluke Networks makes great products, except they're just fairly expensive. When you could find a Cat 6 wire map for like $6, right? Or not $6, like $14. I think I actually have this one right here. I don't do as many cabling jobs as I'd like. I would like to do more. Actually, let's go to my Instagram again. So when I first started, I was in Datacom. I would do, what would I do? Like we would just start doing, I would pull cable. I was a cable puller and that was it. And then I'm like, you know what? You can make good money doing that. It depends where you are. I'm in Ontario, Canada by Toronto. And there's a ton of competition out there. Even for my business, there's a ton of competition. So right now, I do this Mac Telecom as like a side project. And I still work for a large bank in Canada for compute engineering. But I used to do that, and then I worked in computer networking for a bank, and then I moved up to data center engineering, and then I'm in the position I am now, which is compute engineering. But this is huge cabling. Like this is one cabinet out of about, I don't know, 500 cabinets that all have this amount of fiber cabling between it. This was whoops, I forgot there's music to that. This was a decent project. It was just terminating the cables, but the rack was like, this isn't even half of what the rack looked like. It was brutal, and they wanted to reuse patch panel ports. Okay, I'm getting off track now. Let me see if there's any more comments that I haven't talked about. Okay. These are all older comments, but please make more in-depth I didn't see this one. Please make depth tutorial on HMail server and IP firewall, how to block HTTPS in IP fire and check user logs. I don't even know what that is, so I will have to look that up. Before doing anything, power cycle your Xbox. Yes, that's always a good idea. Yeah, I have no idea what you just did. Well, that's why we make videos. I want to get more in depth with pfsense as well. I haven't done a lot of pfsense. I'm fairly new to it myself, so I'm going over a bunch of looking at their documentation and trying to figure out new things to do. Do you use Microsoft Exchange, and will you make videos about it? I do not use Microsoft Exchange. I could, maybe. Microsoft Exchange. I mean, there's just so much in IT, and really what I would do is more client-based. But right now, with the whole epidemic thing going on, I'm pretty slow, so I could look into some stuff. I don't even offer, like, I'm not an MSP in that way. Like, I don't offer to do antivirus or, you know, any of that, like update their updates or their mail servers and stuff like that. I might get into that, but right now it's just, I'm a one-man show, and if I need, I'll contract out my work. Like, I have my brother work on me for camera systems and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm a one-man show. Like, typically we do like the network. We'll do the firewalls, and then we'll do network cabling. We'll do security cameras. I don't really like doing security cameras. It's something that I'm not a huge fan of. But right now we're doing these. This is a fire hall. So I have 3 fire halls and a library that we're working on. It's about 40 cameras. 2 of them are these big PTZ cameras. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do Microsoft Exchange. I'd have to get like a free version of it. Because all the stuff that I do videos on, I'm like actually buying out of my money. So like this, I did a video on this, the Flex. Word, I forget where I put it. But I used the Flex just for that video, and now it's just in a drawer sitting there. I guess I could give some of that stuff away. The only thing that I'm actually using is this, is my Synology. Which is a great device. Actually, let's see if there's anything new on my Synology. Because they always come out with new apps. Microsoft Exchange servers, mail server, and calendar. Okay, yeah. I mean, I would probably just direct people to use G Suite or something like that. You prefer QNAP? You know what? Yeah. It's all preference, right? Why is this taking so long? Let's go Amazon. I was going to get a QNAP because I think it was a little cheaper at the time. Yeah, it's like $219 for two bay. And then what did I pay? What is going on? Maybe my password's wrong. Okay, so Synology. Does QNAP offer like a camera system though? Like look at this, 12 bay expansion, $1,500. Okay, the 4 bay. What did I get? I got the 2 bay, the DS something. How is this diskless? Let's see. TS. Okay, one sec. I'll check that out. See, that's something you would put in like business, right? Oh, I know what they mean by diskless. It doesn't come with any discs. So when I bought my my Synology, I forgot that they didn't have any discs. Ooh. TX for EU. 2 gigabit US. Let's look at that. So it's rack mountable. Okay, that's the side. Oh, it doesn't show a picture of the back. 10 gigabit of RAM. Yeah, I forget what my Synology's at. Let's see. Control panel. Yeah, I only have 6 gigs in there. And I upgraded, so it only came with 2. And then I put in 4 more. 8 gig of RAM and has SFP+. Oh, nice. Okay, so is this the back of it? Does it have 2 or... Well, not that you'd need 2, right? I guess you'd have 1 as backup. So they have 2 1000 base T. So you'd use this for management. And then this for... But it depends if you have a 10 gigabit infrastructure like switch. If you're doing this... Well, it depends if you have this at home. Like, I'm not going to spend... I'm probably not going to spend $1,300. Well, it's only $800. That's actually not that bad. That's not too bad. Oh, with 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, so which you would want to max out. So it's $1,000, which, yeah, that's not that bad. And then you'd have to buy the disc for it, right? Whatever sizings that you would want to get. 6 gig speed. I wouldn't mind getting a 10 gig switch just for testing. 10 gig switch. Whoops. I know a lot of people are talking about the MikroTik. Netgear 10 gigabit Ethernet unmanaged switch. I would definitely not get that. Like, look at the price on that. That's insane. I know Unifi had a 10 gig switch, but I just don't know what the model number is. You bought the 2 gig model. Yeah, it's probably cheaper to upgrade yourself, right? If you bought the RAM or the DIMMs or whatever off of eBay or Amazon. Where is the 10 gigabit switch? Has the 2 slots. Yeah, I'm talking about, they have a one, I think it has, let's just look on their website. Unifi. Unless it went, yeah, SG16. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think that this is more for, damn it, it's not showing up here. Oh, here it is, right here. Damn, $756. I don't know if is this end of life though? 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So they have 12 10 gig SP plus, and then 4, sorry, 4 copper. So I would use this more as like a distribution, and then bring it out to everything else. Right now, I wonder how much 10 gig NIC cards are for your computer. That's actually not bad. 10 gig NIC card. Let's go fiber. $269. When I worked at a hydro company, Hydro One, and this was probably 7 years ago. Every computer had a fiber run back to it, which was insane, connecting to some Cisco Nexus. My server does. Oh, really? I don't even have a Wi-Fi card in my PC. And another hot topic is the, what is it, Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 5, whatever, Wi-Fi 6. I don't know. Like all this, the amount of things that you could go and do reviews on is insane. And the amount of money you'd have to spend. If I was sent all this stuff for free, sure, I'd do reviews on it. I might be getting a new Cisco access point, and if I do, I'll do a review on it, and I'll do a video on it. It's just right now they're having issues with doing, because I live in Canada, so to cross from US to Canada, they're having issues. I don't think there was any other comments in here that I missed that aren't super old. Yeah, this is the newest one. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to upgrade this firmware. Shouldn't be too hard. I do like, well, the LEDs. I wish you could change the lights on the LEDs, but DHCP server, mesh, I don't know. Like, the Grandstream's all right. My main issue with it, it's so freaking heavy. Oh, my cord. I only have a 2-foot patch cable. And I'm going to see if you could, because they have the 2 Ethernet ports on the back of it, I'm going to see if we could put that into a lag group. And, yeah, that would be good if we actually could, because then we'll be getting 2 gigs throughput to it. Let's see, though. This is something else that I'd like to get, is a Gen 2 switch. Like, that's insane. They had something else where it was the, there's a new Wi-Fi planner. Yeah, so this Gen 2 switch, 48 port, 600 watt. Let's see. Okay, so they have 4 SFP plus. Redundant power supply. You know what? That's fairly cheap. Well, okay, so Gen 2 wouldn't be for like the small businesses that I'm doing, like, you know, like this one right here. You wouldn't need it. These people, this client actually, his business model is they have about 50 laptops and it's all on Wi-Fi. The only thing actually cabled in here, I think, is 2 printers. Well, there's actually a couple things. 2 printers, the access points, their NVR system, and then I forget what the rest is. But a lot of people are going Wi-Fi, right? Because it's so much easier. And the cost of cable, like when we do cable runs, if it's Cat 6, you're looking, it depends on the distance, but you're looking about anywhere from $100 to $120 per cable. And that's fairly on the low end. People in Canada, like in the States, they'll charge up to $150, $200 per cable. But if you're doing like larger enterprise business and they need that much power, because you're doing, you know, you'd be connecting your phones to this as well, right? Then $1,000 really isn't that bad. Let's look. If you look at Cisco 48 port PoE managed switch. Let's see what the price on that is. Oh god, they don't even show it. See this? That's still fairly reasonable. $17.95. Without PoE, but Gen 2 has. Yeah, like I don't even have I have the same switch that's in here. So I have that. The 24 US 24, I think it is. It's non-PoE. This is what I used to had. I had the two PoE or the two 24s, and then this 8-port switch. So now I have two of these 8-port. They're only 60 watt, and then just the one here. So I had two of these just to do the testing between the fiber, and then I actually got rid of that. Crap. It's telling me to sign in. But yeah, I don't know what else I really have to talk about today. I don't know what I'm going to do for upcoming videos. I think kind of running out of ideas here. So I'm going to do the captive portal for the Grandstream. And then I need to do a captive portal for the pfsense. Not that a lot of people use captive portals, but it would be good for people to be able to see it. What else was there? Yeah, I don't know what else. I'm getting I forget what this is. It's called Ansel. So Ansel's kind of like a VMware, a VMware type solution. And I'm going to install it on my Raspberry Pi. They're giving me a 6-month contract or license for it, and then we're going to try to do that. Content filtering, yes. Here, let me write that down. Can you do content filtering though on USG? Let me just take a look. New to Unifi, looking best way web filtering USG. I'll have to look into that more. Yeah, I'm not going to modify the JSON files. If I do content filtering, it would be yeah, it wouldn't be that way. I'd have to figure out a different way how to do it. Yeah, I won't even touch it because I'll just end up breaking it. If it was something like an extra switch that I had, like maybe. There's got to be ways to do it. Like I know you can block some sites in it. Wait, actually, let's go to my controller. The heck did it go? The one business that I manage, it's a lot of kids, so they want it so it restricts to adult sites. And I think under threat management you could do that a little bit. I'm not going to actually turn this on now. I saw it somewhere. I forget where it was. I haven't looked at this in a while, and that's another reason I want to get the Dream Machine Pro, because the threat management within it looks like it's a lot deeper, like more in depth. I don't think it was under, no, it wasn't geo filtering either. I'm gonna have to look at that more, and then I'll try to do a video. Hopefully, it's not gonna be with if I can't do it without modifying the JSON files. I won't be able to do it. But other than that, I think I'm out of here for today. I probably won't have another video up until today's Saturday, Monday or Tuesday, as I won't be home. I'll be leaving my place for a couple days. But yeah, I appreciate you coming out, and let me know. Yeah, I'll try to do that content filtering, and then we'll, just leave comments in the YouTube videos if you want to see something else, and we'll go from there. Have a great weekend. Take care.